welcome. This is Ayana Lahi, and I am so very happy that you're here with me today in this week's episode of Be One, Be You. We are diving into why you allow your ego to stay in control. To begin, let's define ego. Let's dive into it and know that your ego is the part of you that took over when the rest of you didn't believe that you could actually show up to please and fulfill what other people had in store for you, what they expected from you. And if you're bogged down with self-expectations and wondering if you can show up, if you're big enough and smart enough to do what you're being told, if you can do that, your ego doesn't bombard you for many years ahead. Your ego will only step up and take over when you give up, when you doubt yourself, for sometimes really great reasons. Can you fight back, speak up to an adult when you're a little kid who's speaking what their version of truth is that you can't meet? But there's a part of you who can do it, at least it thinks it can do it, and so you shift out of yourself and step into behaviors and actions that may not even be aligned to who you are. You know, you can take on a religious or spiritual practice and not have it take you to where you even want it to go. And through eventually realizing that it's not taking you where you want to go, that is okay. It served its purpose. My intention in sharing all the information and the teachings and practices and all of the Spirit Gateways work is to give you the best chance of having the successes that you want in really getting into the core essence of who you are through the fire of your being, through the energetic water of life, through the energetic air, the breath, the wind of change that's here through the earth itself, and how the earth moves you, how the earth holds you. Whether it's dry earth you walk on or moist or covered over in cement, that earth is always there. The waters in your body are always flowing. They're always trying to wash clear. They are your built-in purification system. The fire inside of you wants to burn away the dross, what doesn't serve you, what is no longer needed. The fire within you is your desire. It's the passion when it's ignited to be in connection with God's source, the one, because you have all the capacity and ability to be one. You got to want it. And the air, oh, wow, the way your mind can flip from one thought to the next. So right now, take a wonderful breath in through your nose or your mouth. And just fill your whole body with that breath and just know that you can let go of your last thought just through a new breath. You can visualize a beautiful waterfall flowing down from 10 feet above your head or higher down through your body, and create your waterfall to be a beautiful hue of gold and white light, blue light, and allow it to flow through your body. And know that you're always being cleansed and cleared, because you have to lose yourself to find yourself. You can't find yourself just by trying to be better and think different. It doesn't work, because the core structure of yourself has to be realigned into the source point of your entire self. We all allow our ego to take over, take charge when we're afraid. So you allow the ego self, which is this part of you that's going to prove to the world, to your classmates, to your teachers, to your elders, your parents, your friends, that, hey, you can do it. But what about you? What about you? When you leave yourself behind and you're moving forward in your life without you. I've worked with thousands of people who realize that they can't go any further. They hit the wall of their life. Some people call it hitting the ceiling. And when that happens, it's because the ways that you've been aligned have worn themselves out. And it's like you have to take off the coat that you're wearing. You got to unzip it. And you got to be bare. You got to go naked. You got to be naked in yourself to really throw away your defenses and resistances. How do you do that? You bring the fire in. You bring the water through. You bring the air in. You bring the earth up from the earth. You feel it. You start asking yourself to feel, living through your body, living in your body. You see, when you begin to really live in your body, you come face to face with your ego, who doesn't want you to be in your body. It will tell you how useless you are, worthless you are, ugly you are, and why it's okay for you to hate yourself. You see, because the longer it stays in control, the longer it has a position, a role. In the work that I've done and I'm doing with so many individuals, men and women of all backgrounds, we all get to that point of realizing that we have to wake up to how we allow our ego to control our life, to control us, because we're too afraid to step up. And so we have to decide if we're going to do battle with ourself and keep cycling the whole control and power issues in ourself, like believing that we're not powerful or believing we're so powerful we can do whatever we want and that it really doesn't matter and we're going to make up our own rules, and that's what this free time of our culture is about, right? Well, it's not. Because you can use your ego self to indulge in all the different habits and ways that you're exploring your etheric body, meaning the energetic you that's connected to a finer, lighter, more subtle frequency. But if you haven't cleared the heavier frequencies inside of you, the dense emotional stuff that's still there, you can read a million spiritual help books but not get there. Because what you want to do is to prepare to end the battle in yourself by strengthening the real you. That real you is always underneath a door, a trap door, underneath a rubbish heap. It's always at the bottom of the tunnel inside your body. The book that I wrote, One in Soul, it's on Amazon. It gives you the full practice of how to excavate and discover the true you and bring it up, bring it forth, bring it into your body. As soon as you tap into the real you, you begin to evolve through your ego self-control system. Where we're going with this is to ignite the real you, the true you, energetic, spiritual system that's connected to Source. Once you connect into the larger sense of Source within you, after you have prepared by reconnecting to the true you, igniting what's really true within you, oh, then the ego starts to fight. Ego wants to prove itself right. That ego is taught to you by parents and teachers, that you see and that you are engaged in and that your life experience is connected to. In all the Spirit Gateways work, there is a teaching of life ignitions. igniting the real you inside so that you're moving up and out of the you that you created to be, so that you wouldn't have to threaten anyone or upset anyone, and that you wouldn't have to deal with inner feelings like anger and fear. Imagine living in a culture where the total you is authentic, expressed with honor, and that who you are stands in the center of the place of oneness within you. All of the universe lives inside of you, and it's there for you to find. And yeah, that's what the Spirit Gateways practices and teachings bring you into. You can find out more about all that at my website, IanaLahi.com, IANALAHI.com. This is my life work, and I've been doing this my whole life. I can track it back to being born, and this is my gift. This is why I'm here in this lifetime, to complete this circle in myself by sharing it with all of you, and to help and support you to not get trapped into the systems that are offering you the answer. The answer is actually inside of you. And as you prepare to engage the light inside of you, the source of your truth, not a dogma, not a belief, not a thought that says, oh, this way is better than that way. Oh, everyone needs to do it this way. That's not it. You have your unique connection that's universal. When you make that connection, you're doing it through a higher frequency that is of the spectrum, the vibrational rate of higher thought, higher being. You can bring in gold light and let that flow through your body. You can bring it in from above your head, down through your body, out through your fingers, down through your legs, into the earth, your feet touching into the source point in the earth. You can bring that source creation energy up through you. We are recalibrating your feminine and your masculine energies all the time in this work. Your feminine is up from the earth, and your masculine is coming down from above your head, down into your body. Imagine millions of us doing this work together, recalibrating our own energy system, our own energy field. Imagine that you're not alone, because you're not. This is the time of really the beginning of our transformation, the formation of a new grid system that's opening in all of us, because it's our evolution. When you study evolution on planet Earth, for all of the millions of years that it has been in existence, there has been a battle between the dark forces of control and light. There have been times of extreme ignorance and power over others. The light within you sets you free. The ego part of you is the part of you that needs you to stay invisible, stay shut down, repressed, on the side. Don't get too big, because the ego is actually ingrained in the planetary thought field. It wants you to pay so much attention to how you look every moment or how others are seeing you that you forget just to come in. And then you have to feel the fear and feel the discomfort that happens. And as you feel that discomfort and you love the discomfort, and you move your heart love that you've been working on, right, to embrace and hold the love that's inside of you, what happens is that you are building the strength of who you are instead of giving over your power to a false self who doesn't have a heart center. That's how it stays alive. It makes you doubt your own heart center, makes you believe that who you are as a feeling, caring person isn't very powerful. That the ego itself thinks that it's powerful. And when you look at the division in our world of ego and love, it's pretty big. And where we're moving into, what we're growing into all together, is where money is not about ego. And false love, meaning acting as if you're loving, acting a certain way to get love, to be given love, to be seen a certain way. That stuff is fake. Where we're going together is that abundance comes from the awakening in your soul. And the soul needs teaching. It needs a way to be here. So when you're a little kid and no one is teaching you how to live from your soul, you got to figure it out, right? Some of you turn to music, some turn to dance, some turn to getting an education in the sciences, where you really loved exploring math and the way the universe is connected through numbers. Some of you might have loved to write. Some of you might have loved athletics and the power, the feeling where your body can move beyond your own limits. They're all important. They're all connected. Your soul needs to be developed. Your soul doesn't see the difference of skin color or religious belief. Your soul is the pure essence of the source. Your soul is the spark of God. So how do we train your soul to come forward? You have to turn the flashlight on to it and see it. And it might startle you at first. The soul needs to be heard and received and seen. And when you start doing that in yourself and you place your hands on your heart, your soul will guide you, but you have to listen to it. You have to be willing to let go of your old paradigm, of what you had been using to access feeling connected into life so that you could survive. Because we're all human. You're here to survive. So pay attention to your survival techniques, to your survival beliefs, and open that doorway within inside of yourself so that you can be honest with what you do just to survive. How do you stay in control? How do you repeat your parents' behaviors? How do you fall into telling someone else what to do? Or just going crazy inside with anger because someone's not doing it your way? How did a parent respond to you when the parent, they wanted you, he or she wanted you to be a certain way and respond? Now you have to give yourself the space to respond. Your soul works in impulses, meaning the pulse. There's an impulse, there's an ignition, there's a jolt of insight, there's an intuitive feeling that comes through you. That's what you want to listen to and slow everything down so you can hear that intuitive space so that you are heart full, mind heart full. You are allowing the vessel within inside of your chest to your torso, through your torso to your hips, your whole chest, all the way to your root center, the space between your pubic bone and tailbone, your vessel, your holy grail, to fill up with the truth as it's being revealed to you, not from the beliefs in your ego head mind, who was trained to take on thoughts and beliefs. What I'm talking about is finding the real connection within you. May yourself guide you. May your true self be awakened to your own self. Be true. Thank you so much for joining with me and inviting you to experience the Spirit Gateways courses come check out the Spirit Gateways Deepenings mini course. And there are quite a few courses there at this point, at least 11, going on way more. And we have a subscription series now priced really reasonably, so you can get into the whole program, take it at your own pace, and experience the core path into yourself that will awaken, shake up the old patterns, and bring you over the bridge into the greater light, the truth, the power of your true self, so that your finances, your money, career, love life, and health can all accelerate. That's our gift to you. Sending you all my love. Thank you all for joining with me. Until next week, this is Ayana Lahi sending you all my love.